Hey everybody, and welcome to the week ahead read for the 13th through the 19th of July of 2025. As always with these, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm playing with Jack today, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. If you feel called, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, get the word out there as much as you can. Help support me with donations at MetaPay, PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. I do not have any Apple products, but if you tell me what to download on my Samsung phone, I will get right on that. So let's get started. So we have the reverse 3 of candles today for the week of the 13th or the 19th. And there's a delayed manifest going on still due to lack of inaction, lack of self-worth, unreliable sources, not depending on the right people or over-dependence on yourself. Too much focus in one area, like too many focus on the details and not the bigger picture. Refusing the answer because it feels like 3 different answers when they're all leading towards the same thing. Especially those that are introverted or passive fire signs. So this could be someone like an Aries who would rather be a follower than a leader, or a Leo who would rather be a team leader than be the alpha of the pack, basically. So they would rather be like right under management. Or somebody like a Sagittarius who would rather have someone else take the shot in the dark for once and learn to be independent. Codependency, addiction, demonization, animosity sticks out. Refusal to grow and transform, especially when warnings from spirit guides and animal guides and anthropomorphic beings and shapeshifters come in. Refusal to do something unless you see action towards it. Refusing to believe someone unless you see it tangibly in concrete evidence can be slowing down your manifest and slowing down your progress. Looking at your religious biases and beliefs within the first 3 days would be helpful, especially for like manifest purposes, to help you gain your bearings. Hanging on tightly to things that you need to let go might be impacting your relationship with money and finances and financial affairs, financial matters. Gains and losses are part of life, especially when it comes to personalities coming in and out of your life metaphysically. Then it could be not having to do like 3 meditations a day, but at least try for 3 meditations a week, or 1 manifestation a day, or something like that to get the ball rolling. Compartmentalize your thoughts into 3s. Only do like 3 things that are big a day, and do one of them within the first like 30 minutes or 3 minutes of the day, so you don't like overwhelm yourself and overbear yourself. Be sure to learn patience and stretch things out over the week. Also, there's going to be a sense of injustice due to like lack of judgment calls, or refusing to make a judgment call because you don't have all the details, or a lack of commitment to writing down everything, or overconfidence in trying to memorize things. You don't always have to have everything memorized. Akashic records for the week. Making a list of karmic ties and connections that you still hold on to. Making a list of your metamorphic guides and beings and your metaphysical helpers. Those that are like animal guides and angels and demons and gods and all that. However you work, whomever you work with, write them down. You don't need to write everything down. You don't need to write every sense of meditation down. You don't need to write every little detail down, but the more you do write down, the better. This will help with your memory focus. This will help with your judgment calls. This will help with you making better decisions with your life. It feels like by the end of the 20th, you're going to have to make a judgment call that deals with metaphysics or compassion or desires, wants, hopes, dreams, something that will require action or releasing aggression in a healthy way. This can be like releasing pathological lying, compulsive lies need to stop, etc. Okay, so these are going to be the last 2 cards here. We have the Sun and the Six of Needles as well for this week. So what this means, in accordance to the rest of the cards, is it's a big positive step forward within the judgment call that you need to make. But your poor decisions in the last 3 weeks have led you to the false hopes and the false optimism and like seeing idealism more than reality. So bringing yourself back down and coming back down to earth and grounding yourself and not losing that childish wonder and that childhood faith, but more like releasing a sense of hope onto the world and allow others to see it at a different angle and perspective. It looks like there's a big positive outlook that's coming to you, especially by the 19th, or between like 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the anywhere between the 20th and the 9th of August, it looks like. There is going to be a lot of hopes and dreams and wonders going on. Mirror exercises from like movies and TV shows and music might be helpful. Looking up the scores of music and compositions can help. Spider guides and those that are skeletal beings can help, especially like draconic skeletals, and those that are exhibit a lot of like open-mindedness and decisiveness with them. There's a lot of Leo energy this week. There's a lot of like leadership and teamwork and drama and performing arts and liberal sciences coming up to play. Activism and liberal, for lack of better words, agendas are going to be exposed for the real truth of what they are. Guidance and guardianship, starseed families can clear the air and get you to a higher perspective of things. Moving forward and moving by, this is the moving by sea. So if you're not moving by water and you're not moving around water, then this could mean like emotional feelings, possessiveness, obsession, receptivity to messages, intuitive insight from people that you just don't see eye to eye with at this point. It could be affecting why you don't go to this person metaphysically, or why you've been not wanting to meditate much anymore, due to somebody that is giving you advice that is very passive aggressive and very narcissistic in tendency. Over the course of the last, at least since 2020 to 2023, or 2019 to 2023 technically. It also looks like sixes are important. So it could be 6 a.m., 6 p.m., life path 6. It could also mean love, romance, relationships, partnerships, 5th to 8th grade as well. Saying something and then not acting upon what has been said can be causing emotional unavailability and a lack of trust from the guides to you, or from you to the guides. Putting yourself in these bits and pieces of circumstances are not going to help you, but you need to know where to take accountability in order to do it, and taking the accountability for someone else can be hindering your progress. Make better choices and make better judgment calls for this week, because a bad judgment call that you've made over the past 3 weeks is affecting you by the 19th to the 9th of next month. But that's what I get for the collective for the 13th through the 19th of July. So as with these, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thanks for joining.